To make smart decisions about growing online, you need reliable data, because if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. And there's tons of great tools available online, which we'll talk about today, but they all have the same problem, which is the data quality is breaking. And I see this all the time with new customers at WolfIQ, because they share the exact same frustration, which is none of the numbers match with what they're seeing elsewhere. And that problem is only getting worse because the compass of online success is shifting. So in this video, I want to walk through what you should know about these SEO tools and why they might be lying to you, the only source of truth you should be using, and how to understand where you're actually at as far as your content marketing and search visibility. Okay, so for the uninformed, these search engine marketing tools are available online. Many of them have a free version and a paid version, but they give you a bunch of analysis and insights on different websites based on publicly available information. Now, why that's important is it's publicly available. So when you go look at this data, it's just an estimate. And one of the most deceptive estimates they have is about website traffic, which is how many people are visiting the website every month. Now, a few of these key tools that I pulled out, SEMrush, Moz, and Ahrefs, they all do it in different ways. So SEMrush looks at an algorithm. They basically calculate traffic by multiplying baseline Google search volumes by click-through rates. So they're looking at the volume of different searches and where different companies are being placed, different websites are being placed on those search volumes, and then applying a multiple to that, and then just bundling that up across all the searches. So for example, if a keyword's getting searched 1,000 times and you're number one in that search results, SEMrush is going to say, well, number one result gets 30% of the clicks. So they should be getting 30% of 1,000, 300 clicks per month to the website. You just bundle that up across all the keywords you're ranking for. Now, Moz does it slightly different. They actually use third-party anonymized data with a similar click-through curve. So number one gets 30%, number two gets 15%, etc. But it's a different curve to what SEMrush is doing. And Ahrefs uses a prediction model where they look at search page clutter, so maps, panels, search results, everything, to give you an estimate based on how many clicks are available. So what they're looking at is the entire picture of all the different pieces that show up. You probably noticed now there's AI overviews, which we'll speak about in a sec. There's maps, there's paid ads, etc. Now, the point I'm making here is they're all doing the same thing, which is guessing around where traffic and these other metrics are. That doesn't mean that they're bad or not helpful. They are incredibly helpful and powerful. But for your business, you can't make decisions based on best guesses. You need actual data. And with the rollout of these Google AI overviews, less and less clicks are actually making it through to websites. So the available clicks is shrinking dramatically because people are getting their answers directly from these search overviews. Now let's go through the source of truth around where you should actually be getting the data, because the answer here is Google Search Console. It's a free tool. It's one of our top 5, which I mentioned in another video. It takes 5 minutes to install, but this will give you actual data for your website. Now I want to show you an example of WolfIQ's performance data next. So this is us in Australian clicks the last, 15 or so months. Now you can see that we used to get about 70. We've been investing in our content marketing, our brand, etc. And now we're getting close to 300 or so. This May period is just a part period given in the end of the month. But anyway, why I'm showing this to you is this data is saying, look, we get about 300 clicks. But if I go to one of these tools, for example, Ahrefs here, I'm dropping WolfIQ, this is saying we're getting 600, 700. So the numbers are being vastly inflated. And if you go to these other tools like SEMrush and Moz, it's the same answer, which is all saying, hey, you're getting a lot more clicks than what's actually showing up in our search results and across all of our customers over here. But the reason I'm showing this to you is if you're basing your decisions off these search engine tools, or if you're using agency partners that are pointing to these tools as the truth, just know it's not real, because the only thing that really matters when getting organic visitors to your website is the actual clicks you're getting, which Google Search Console is the source of truth. Now, these tools, again, are insanely helpful and are always evolving, but at the end of the day, nothing beats your own data. So make sure you've got the right tools in place to get that data and make good decisions. Okay, thanks for watching.